So let's talk about what is a user. Users are known by many names. They could be your customers, your viewers. You can call them the audience or your clients. Whatever your organization calls them with is okay. We call them users because that's a handy shorthand here in the field of UX. So I'll be using the word user from now on. User research means having a curiosity about your users, really trying to figure out how they behave. What are people like as they go about their daily business? If you're trying to design a better system for how an artist works, you really want to understand how they go about creating their art. If you're designing a business application, you want to go on the job and see how they actually work. This is observing versus asking. This is key to proper user experience research. You want to observe people in their natural habitat and see as they actually go about their daily work, as opposed to just asking them what their opinion might be on a great experience. If you were to ask somebody, how can I design you a great experience? You would not get the insights that just observing them as they go about their daily business would get you. And here's a handy tool called an empathy map. This is going to help you ask the right questions as you observe somebody during your user research. So an empathy map is a handy device that takes a person's head and you actually divide up the paper into what they think and feel, which is above their brain, what they see, which is in the area where the eye is, what they say and do, which is where the mouth is, and near the ear, what they hear. You also want to observe what are their pain points, their fears, frustrations, and obstacles, and what are their gains, meaning what are their wants, needs, or success measures. So armed with this empathy map, you can go out and observe your target audience, and from this observation and taking notes on this empathy map, you're going to get some really great information that will form the basis and the insights from which to create good experiences. I'm not a big fan of personas only because they've been used inaccurately in our industry. Basically, if they're works of fiction, they're not very useful. Another thing that's not very useful is designing for demographics. Now, things such as age, income, occupation, geographics, and education, these are really important things for the business, and they're very valuable for marketing, for example. But they're not useful for user experience design because it's kind of hard to design for a demographic. What I want you to think instead is to think about archetypes. If you go out and do your observational research and fill in those empathy maps, try to create an archetype that's based on why a person would use your product or service. What are their behaviors? What is the environment that they're in? And especially, what are the goals, needs, and motivations? You can boil your archetype down to this statement: the user is a blank who wants to blank. Once you fill that out, you will have a quick and easy reference system that will help you design towards people's goals as opposed to demographics or a lengthy persona.